Have you ever wanted to learn a brand new skill, but felt completely overwhelmed before you even started? You are definitely not alone in this feeling. Most people hear about Malcolm Gladwell's famous 10,000-hour rule and instantly assume it takes decades to become good at anything new. But here is the truth. 10,000 hours is required for world-class expert mastery, not for simple, everyday functional competence. Research shows that going from knowing absolutely nothing to being noticeably good at a skill takes only 20 focused hours of practice. 20 hours means practicing for just 45 minutes a day for about one single month. That is completely achievable for anyone. At the beginning of any new skill, your learning curve rises rapidly. You make massive strides in performance during those first few hours. The major obstacle isn't intellectual capacity. The major obstacle is emotional. Feeling silly and incompetent during the very initial stages. To breeze through that frustration barrier and unlock rapid learning, you just need to follow 4 simple steps. Systematic steps. By breaking down your goal into small, actionable parts, you remove confusion and build unstoppable momentum right away. Let us explore each of these 4 steps in depth so you can apply them to any skill today. Step 1. Deconstruct the skill. Most skills are actually bundles of smaller sub-skills that work together simultaneously. When you treat a skill as one giant monolith, it feels intimidating. Break it down into its core functional components. For example, if you want to learn guitar, sub-skills include holding chords, switching fingers, strumming rhythms, and reading music charts. If you're learning a language, sub-skills involve learning core vocabulary, basic sentence structures, pronunciation, and active listening. Apply the Pareto principle. Identify the 20% of sub-skills that give you 80% of the results you desire. Focus exclusively on practicing those crucial sub-skills first. This prevents wasting time on obscure details you don't need yet. You do not need to master advanced theory right away. Eliminate non-essential information to stay laser-focused on core practice. Define precisely what success looks like for each sub-skill before you begin your daily training sessions. When your practice targets are crystal clear, your brain builds neural pathways significantly faster and with far less friction. Deconstruction makes giant goals digestible. Once your skill is broken down, you are ready for step 2. Learn enough to self-correct. Gather 3 to 5 resources about your skill, but do not get stuck reading forever. Many people use endless research as a form of procrastination. They collect books and courses without ever taking real action. The sole purpose of quick research is to understand the skill enough to spot your own mistakes while practicing. When you notice an error in real time, you can immediately adjust your technique instead of repeating bad habits over and over. Pick only 3 reference materials, 1 book, 1 video course, and 1 quick reference guide. That is all you need. Skim through your materials quickly to identify core patterns, terminology, and key practices before putting them away. Shift immediately from passive consuming to active doing. Skill acquisition comes from physical practice, not passive watching. As soon as your practice sounds or looks wrong, your basic research will help you figure out why and how to fix it. This immediate feedback loop speeds up skill formation dramatically by preventing bad muscle memory from taking root. Learn just enough to self-correct, then close the books and move directly into active practice environment. Step 3. Remove barriers to practice. Eliminate all physical, mental, and technological distractions that block your session. Distractions are everywhere. Mobile phones, social media notifications, noisy rooms, and cluttered physical environments. Do not rely on willpower alone. Willpower is a finite resource that drains rapidly throughout your busy day. Design your environment so that starting your practice session takes less than 20 seconds of physical effort. Increase friction for distractions. Put your phone in another room, turn off notifications, and block distracting websites. Prepare your practice tools ahead of time. If you want to learn guitar, leave it on a stand, not in a case. Block out dedicated practice time on your daily calendar, just like an important business meeting you cannot miss. Inform your family or roommates about your practice window so they respect your focus and refrain from interrupting. Removing friction makes starting effortless. When starting is easy, showing up every day becomes second nature. By clearing away distractions, you protect your focus and pave the way for high-intensity practice sessions. Step 4. Practice for at least 20 hours. Commit upfront to completing 20 full hours before evaluating your results. Pre-committing helps you push through the initial phase of feeling incompetent without quitting prematurely. Keep a simple time log. Count only active, focused practice time towards your 20-hour total. Passive repetition does not count. Your practice must be active, highly focused, and challenging to trigger neural growth. Space your practice out. 45 minutes every day for 20 days is far more effective than cramming 10 hours in one weekend. Around hour 5, you might feel like you are not progressing. This plateau is completely normal. Keep going anyway. Around hour 10, magic happens. Concepts suddenly click, motor skills smooth out, and confidence surges dramatically. Consistency is king. Showing up every single day builds habits that make practice feel completely effortless over time. By the time you reach hour 20, you will be amazed at how competent and skilled you have become compared to day 1. 20 hours of deliberate practice is all that stands between you and a brand new lifelong capability. Let us apply this to programming. In 20 hours, you can learn basic syntax, functions, and build a working personal web application. In public speaking, 20 hours allows you to craft a solid speech structure, master body language, and deliver talks with confidence. In video editing, 20 hours is enough time to master timeline navigation, cuts, color correction, and sound design basics. Once you master the 20-hour method, you can stack multiple skills together, making yourself exceptionally rare and valuable. Remember, the biggest hurdle isn't brain power. It is simply overcoming the fear of starting and looking inexperienced. To recap, deconstruct the skill, learn enough to self-correct, remove practice barriers, and practice for 20 focused hours. What skill have you been putting off learning? Write it down right now and break it down. Pick 3 resources, clear your workspace, and set your timer for 45 minutes today. Imagine where you could be 1 month from now with a brand new, highly useful skill under your belt. You have the exact formula. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Pick your skill and spend your first hour today.